Well, hello there to my Aquarius. You all asked for a bonus video. Here it is. Here it is. Here it is. Okay. All right. I saw a request for a bonus video on yesterday. So happy Friday to each and every one of you all. You already have one in the queue. So this one may go up actually second. So I don't know what time this is going to go up, but it'll probably go up second. So this is a bonus video, by the way. So happy Friday to everyone. This is Queen Amun-Ra coming to you with your bonus video that you requested. Sending everybody lots of love and light on this Friday. This video is going to be for the 24th of October through the 31st of October. The moon has moved into Sagittarius. Sagittarius is ruled by Jupiter, right? It's ruled by Jupiter. It's going to take us all the way out until the 31st of October when the moon moves into Pisces, right? And Pisces is also ruled by Jupiter. That's what they share in common, right? So Jupiter is associated with the color purple, not the movie, The Color Purple, but it's associated with the color purple. Also, it's associated with the day of the week, Thursday. So that's going to be significant. So you may have talked to somebody or met somebody new on Thursday or talked to somebody on Thursday. So keep that at the forefront of your mind. So journal that. Did you meet somebody new? Did you talk to somebody on Thursday? Start kind of sort of associating that. Like, okay, maybe somebody you may have talked to or communicated with because you're an air sign, right? Some kind of communication on a Thursday. Start kind of associating that with you and just saying, okay, there could be something to something. The color purple is a very regal, royal color, connects us with crown chakra. Could be a religious connection in some way, shape, form, or fashion. So you want to connect that as well, right? Connect that as well. Jupiter is also the largest planet. It's a planet of good fortune, blessings, enthusiasm, zest for life, confidence, hubris, adventure, ethics, morals, possibilities, horizons, abundance, and also opportunities. So you could have met somebody on a Thursday or be coming up on a Thursday, which will be October 30th coming up. There could be an opportunity there, whether you all are going to work together or go on some kind of an adventure together, some kind of zest for life or something on the horizon. I mean, it could be a working opportunity, some kind of good fortune, something could be happening. So, but in order for that to happen, for you to even be in that mindset, you're going to have to first purge, right? So before the moon moves into Sagittarius, it was in Scorpio. So you're going to have to make room. That means you're going to have to break some kind of cycle, chain, or curse of overthinking. The overthinking, you're going to have to break that. You're going to have to learn how to adapt. Meaning that, okay, I'm have to, get my rest, drink my water, set a schedule. I'm going to have to go to bed on time or whatever time you set. I'm going to have to just, hey, give it over to source. Give something over to source. Trust source. Just whoever, source, higher power, whatever your belief systems are, and I'm going to have to just, move on from something, right? Stop dating people that represent your shadow side. You have healed. Stop overthinking this. You've healed from something. You're no longer hurt from something somebody did to you in the past. You're no longer a victim. Okay, you may have been victimized, but hey, you're saying, okay, you're completely closing out a cycle in love. They have no more access to you. So I don't know who this is for, but this is the card that came out. This is the card. I'm about to grab that deck. So let me grab a different deck here. Because this deck here, as much as I love this particular deck, here's a Hierophant. Could have been somebody from your church, mosque, or temple. This is the current situation here. Top thing. Here we have the Knight of Coins here, right? Challenge here could be somebody could be talking about money, right? So Hierophant card, it could be a Taurus and somebody could be talking about money. So Hierophant connects us with Taurus. Doesn't necessarily have to be a Taurus, just so we're crystal clear. Taurus rules second house, right? Second house, right? Someone who could be stubborn or possessive or resistant to change, right? Could be somebody like that. But current situation, you could be a person who is reliable, someone who is patient, someone who is sensual. And there could be some people who are talking. Could be some people who are talking. So one thing to note here is that you see 3 energies here that are on the card. Remember, all Taurians are not the same. If it is a Taurus, they're not all the same, right? They could have some similar traits, but they're not all the same. So, or it could be an organization. It could be a religious organization. So, they're not all the same. Okay, just so we're crystal clear, right? So somebody could be talking about a challenge. Could be talking about money, right? That could be a challenge for you because you could have had some kind of situation in the past, because shadow would be the past, right? Everybody has a past. Everybody has a shadow self. That would be your flesh, your lower self would be your shadow self. Your higher self would be your spirit, right? The higher self, right? And so something could have hurt you. Something could have hurt somebody from your past, could have really, really hurt you and could have really put a damper on just maybe what you think about certain organizations and just even talking about certain things, right? So again, something could have really traumatized you in a way, whoever you are, right? But I would just encourage whoever you are to really give something over to a higher power, source, the creator. Again, this is not religion class, you know. So whatever your belief systems are, right? So what about the distant past for my Aquarius? What about the distant past? Because you're gonna feel really, really good that you came in contact with someone, whoever, I don't know who you may have come in contact with, and you could be it could be something coming up, but something about a Thursday is you're going to come in contact with someone who is really, really no respecter of person. Because you are an Aquarius and you're no respecter of person, something about your spirit is going to want to make somebody want to work with you. Just because you're not judgmental and all of that. In the past, people may have tried to use your words against you, try to say all kinds of things about you, but something about somebody wants to work with you. They want to work with you. You all have a lot of things in common. See these 5 swords right here? See, in the past, this is right. See this person looking here in the past? People try to play mind games with you, try to say that you were a bully, you would win at all costs and all of this other stuff. But see, now somebody really wants to work with you. They really want to work with you in this organization. So you could have, whether it's this is why I tell people, get away from this. This is how a lot of people miss out on promotions in the workplace for real. Because they cannot see past skin color, they can't see past zodiac sign, they can't see past, because they're not willing to close out cycles in love. They cannot. It's just like they just stuck right there. And I get that, because depending on how traumatic something is, I get it. But you don't want to be that person. You really want to say, okay, this is what balance is about. Source is trying to help you live a softer life. Source is really trying to help you to live a softer life. Because looking at here, let's say it is a Taurus, right? So, and I speak very highly of all zodiac signs. So Taurians, high vibrating Taurians, are the type of zodiac signs that it may take them a minute to kind of really warm up to you, but once they do, they really will just stick with you forever. Like they'll really just be with you. Like the earth signs, they are with you, right? They're gonna stick with you. Like they're just there, right? And so this is what you're getting here. This is what you're getting here. So somebody really wants to work with you in this. Somebody really, really wants to work with you. They really, really have your back here. They understand the people from your past try to use your words against you. So you have some people that are really solid, that's really wanting to work with you. And so this is where it's a totally different, and it's because you are no respecter of person. You really no respecter of person. You really don't judge people by the way that they look, by the way they do. You just you, whoever you are. You are just you. You're fair. So I don't know who I'm talking to, but kudos and congratulations to you. Just stop dating people that represent your shadow self, right? You know, you being no respecter of person, you still have to be a person that says, okay, well, you know, you may not have known any better. I mean, I don't know. But you're moving forward. The next one here is the Six of Swords, meaning that you're moving on to calmer waters. Water is shaped and guided by the earth that holds and surrounds us. So this lets me know that you're leaving some energies behind. Your ancestors are around you, helping you to move on to calmer waters, right? So you may not have had anybody that had your back. This is where you want to really be gentle with yourself. You may not have had anybody to have your back, to say, hey, let me check some people out for you. You really may not have had any people to check some people out for you. So they take that into consideration too. What about the recent past for my Aquarius? What about the recent past? Yeah, recent past. Some people were waiting to pounce on you. They were waiting to pounce on you. This is what I'm saying. People try to use your words against you. Got people out here waiting to pounce on you, saying that just ready to prey on you because of a lie that was told on you behind your back, trying to use your words against you. I mean, just doing all kinds of stuff. And this is coming from some organization filled with people just gossiping and saying all kinds of stuff, just ready to just pounce, right? All right, what are your strengths? What's my Aquarius strengths? But you also have a spirit guide that's also has your back as well. You also have a spirit guide that has your back. This is why I really all need you all to, yeah. Here we have the Four of Coins here. Your strength is that you know how to be conservative with your money. This is your strength. Somebody told a lie about what kind of work you do. So Knight of Coins and Four of Coins would bring us down to Three of Coins. Three is some kind of inspired action, right? So someone was trying to use your words against you, but they were bullying you. Like somebody basically told somebody to call you or talk to you and try to like bait you into saying something, right? You may have been caught so off guard. Y'all got to remember, like with Five of Swords here, it's almost like a person starting in the middle of a thought. Y'all are thinkers. This is why I really want y'all to, you know, like really learn how to close out cycles in love. So if somebody catches you, you could be in the middle of cleaning up your home or in the middle of doing something else. If somebody calls you, somebody that you love or you love them calls you, even if somebody is bullying them and they catch you in the middle of a thought and you're just like, what are I talking about? Right? You're not so caught off guard because this is right here. Five of Swords is somebody catching somebody off guard. That's what this is. Somebody catching somebody off guard. You're working and somebody's catching you off guard, right? And somebody's waiting to pounce on something. But this is your strength right here is the Four of Coins, is that you are very conservative when it comes to money. You're not out here just frivolously spending money like somebody just, throwing money out in the street. Like who got it? Like, I mean, some people may have it like that, but yeah, some people may have it like that. But anyway, but let's see what the near future brings for you. Yeah, but somebody lied. Yeah, somebody lied. So yeah, and get away from those people. Here we have the six. This is what I was talking about, the Six of Swords. When I said after the Five of Swords, you got the Six of Swords. This right here. You have. Okay, so I had to make some more room. So here we had the Six of Swords here, right? So, and see, this person is kind of, looks like they climbed, they took all their power back. This is the sword here, right here. You just cut a bunch of people off. You cut a bunch of people off. Because they really, really did not have your back. It's almost like you got all these people around you that's not even paying attention to how this energy was stabbing you in the back. What's the whole purpose of people being around you and saying that they love you and they don't even speak up and say this person is stabbing you in the back? Right? So Source is just saying to you, just stop dating people that represent your shadow self. Yeah, so I see you a person, that's your strength. You know how to be conservative. That's just how somebody was raised. You know, you've heard the term like make $1 out of 15 cents. Somebody could have been raised around people like, hey, you know, your job ends, you go deliver pizzas, right? Or drive a taxi cab, or, you know, something legit, like something legal and legit, right? But somebody from your past made up some kind of lie about work. They wanted to make it seem like this is an organization that did this. They wanted to make it seem like what they said, that they make an honest living, but you don't. And wanted to leave somebody else holding the bag. Wanted to leave your family and your ancestry holding the bag, because fourth house speaks to family and ancestry. Basically, like, this is kind of a destiny swap. Basically saying that your family, this is what your family into. Like, you from a family of just like, just a family of just whatever, they shady family. Like, everybody in your family, you're part of a whole shady family. I mean, even if you do have some people in your family that's shady, a lot of people have shady people in their family. That's what the whole world has in common. But something about you, you're not a part of that, right? So you're sending good energy and prayers to people. But this is somebody's jealous. Child, this is somebody's jealous ex. All right, ex-friend, ex-love interest, ex-whoever organization that they're a part of. What else we got? So, what about the influences on my Aquarius? What about the influences on my Aquarius? Yeah. Yeah, you are a very compassionate person, and you've had people who are genuinely compassionate towards you. So, you know, there is a quote, and I shared this quote one time before by Dr. Maya Angelou about how people make you feel. And I'm going to share this with you all. And it reads, I've learned that people will forget what you said, people will forget what you did, but people will never forget how you made them feel, right? And so you've felt what true compassion feels like, right? And so, like I said before, that's why starting out here, something very traumatic may have happened to you, right? Something may have happened to you, which is why you left something behind. There's always two sides to a sword, right? Always two sides to a sword. So recall your power. Recall all parts of you, harm to none, but send back everything that does not align with your timeline. Toss it into a burning bowl. The moon is in Sagittarius. Get out and get some sun. Even if you have to sit on your patio, your deck, if it's light outside, that means the sun is outside. It does not have to be hot wherever you are. Everybody don't live on the beach. Everybody does not live in warm climates. So even if it's just you got to put on a coat, hat, whatever, gloves, whatever. If it's light outside, the sun is out. So yeah. Oh, speaking of which, this person has on a scarf and a coat, right? Even if it's snow on the ground. See how this person is outside? Yeah. Get outside. External and environmental influences, how other people and their energies impact your situation, you know, how it affect the outcome. You're walking away from these cold-blooded energies. It's two sides of a sword. Somebody didn't want to hear what your side was, didn't care what your side was. And if you got people around you who really, really don't want to hear what your side is, what's the point? What's the even point of even standing around them? So, you're not looking back. You're moving on from the depth of emotions, usually with the Eight of Cups on some cards, right? Not on this one here. It's a person who is like coming out of walking up out of an ocean. It's like coming off of on the shore, the sand, coming out of an ocean of emotions, and you're just kind of sort of walking up like towards the sun, right? And so this person is like moving on to warmer, kind of warmer spirited people. That's what you're walking towards, like coming towards warmer spirited energies. Hopes and fears. Yeah, something drove a younger person to start drinking. Something drove a younger person to start drinking. And that was the message. That was the message. Something drove a young. That's how cold-hearted these energies were. Didn't want to hear another side of a story. They just wanted somebody to pounce on you by telling some kind of a lie about what kind of work you do, knowing good and well you're the Hierophant all into yourself. And I'm talking about like you have an innate spiritual understanding of things. Somebody has alcoholics in their family, right? And they were trying to project that onto you. We're talking about water. So that mirror shine right back on them. Y'all got to remember you're ruled by a karmic planet, Saturn. That mirror shine right back on them. It shined right back on them. And alcoholism is a disease. You don't make fun of that. It's not funny. Nothing about it is funny. Nothing about it is funny. It's awful. It can rip and tear through an entire generations of people. There's nothing about that's funny. And you have an enormous amount of compassion for it because a lot of people have seen it and seen how it can tear families and just tear people apart. So no, you haven't, but the cold stuff that was done to you, whoever you are, and the fact that somebody would pass that down to a child or children and just be that cold towards you, you don't need to look back. You don't need to look back. What is the outcome for my Aquarius? What is the outcome for my Aquarius? Yep. Yeah. Page of Wands. Somebody gets the message. Somebody gets the message. Yeah. Yep. So someone is replacing drinking with healthier options here. That's what this is. This is the outcome. So somebody is replacing drinking with healthier options, because this is what I'm talking about. The moon sign here is just learning how to pour into yourself, right? Learning how to pour into yourself, walking away. Someone is mirroring you, walking away from all of this, right? Mirroring you, walking away from it. That's a light side of the moon. When you feel like your water is getting low, when you feel like, okay, your mood is getting low, instead of reaching for, and it just happens to show this on this card. I mean, if it was a big old cake or donuts or whatever, I would say, gluttony, right? Because that could be something too. But that's what the Devil card does. It shows you yourself first, right? And you apparently had some people around you. You could have had a couple of drinks or whatever. You got all these people around you not having your six, right? Like really not having you covered. Like, oh, this person doesn't really drink. They're not a drinker. They get all these people around you not saying anything. They all, yeah. Well, we was there. We got pictures. We this and that. Well, I don't know. You don't really know anybody. It could have been a holiday. You could have been celebrating something or whatever. Everybody's yeah, heads bobbing up and down like the Muppets. And so Source is saying to you, Source is trying to tell you, it actually caused somebody to start drinking. And, so even if that's not your thing, it just puts you in such a place of just realizing these people never had your back. There's always two sides of the sword. Something was a major setup. So here we have 5 and 6 is 11. You are now enlightened. You are now enlightened. So now that we are now out of the hunter's moon, right? We had a hunter's moon. I kind of sort of like liken the hunter's moon like headhunter, right? Like when companies are looking for the brightest talent, right, to represent their company, and so it's almost like somebody saw you as like a bright, like not like a star, like you are a star, but I'm not talking about like celebrity star, like or like you're looking for fame or anything like that. Let's see how we could bury this, bring this star down a couple of notches. Let's see if we can bring this thing down a couple of notches, bring you down a couple of notches, right? But you just saw how cold-blooded some energies could be. So no. because these energies align themselves with this energy who came off like they were saving somebody. Like, what? Lied and said they were saving you financially. You know what? All you need to do is go back and look at your paycheck stubs and theirs. Nobody even thought to even ask that question. Look at the years. Look at your paycheck stub and their paycheck stub. But see, you're not that person. You're no respecter of person. You weren't judging them by making less money. This is you. They were making less money. Whether you're a man or woman, they were making less money than you were making at the same time you and this person were together. Whoever this energy is. That's why you're gonna stop. You're gonna stop dating people that represent your shadow self. You're really no respecter of person, but somebody was jealous of you from the very beginning. They saw you as their competition. They saw you as opposition from the very beginning, and then turned around and told everybody they were saving you. Here we are. Create the change that you want. Close out the cycle in love and start creating very firm boundaries, child. Wealth is within your reach. All it took is with one person just open their brains and say, okay, you know what? Let me look into this. Somebody come look at this. Somebody's in a crisis. Somebody said, somebody come look at this. Let's look at, hold on. Let's go back the years here. Okay, this person was lying. Here we are about to pounce on something. Somebody said, come on, hold on. Let's go look at this. That's what somebody finally said. Somebody in a leadership position. You got all these people that said they love you, say they had your back, they love you, but they would rather see you 6 feet under, buried. That's why your ancestors said, keep on going. Keep right on going. So your true compassion towards people who have problems, and this is for real, y'all. I'm telling you, this is you being no respecter of person. Trust your first mind. Trust your first mind. You see these veterans out here, people who serve the country honorably out here on the street because they can't wrap their mind around stuff. And some of them never even been to war. Some of them are not even combat veterans, for real. They just they can't wrap their mind. Been traumatized in basic training. You deserve the best. The new one is extra special. Root chakra cleanse. Somebody feel that's stealing your identity. You're healing from the pain that they caused. So they're not happy without you. Don't you dare, Aquarius. Don't you dare. You hear what I'm saying? Don't you dare date anybody that represents your shadow self. Raise your frequency. Take your time to decide. Things are starting to flow to you like water. It's all becoming clear to you now. Pray for them. Because some of these people want to come back around now. Well, you know, I didn't know and I heard and somebody told me. Go back to somebody. Go back to jumping on the bandwagon. Because you just made some connections. Believe it or not, I'm telling y'all, start journaling. Who did you meet on a Thursday? It's between yesterday, if you're watching this on Friday, and Thursday, October 30th. Because somebody else is no respecter of person. They're not judging you from your past. They're not judging you for who where you may have, who you may have been around. Something about your spirit. Something about your spirit. You have the gift of deja vu, remembering the future. Right? So I see you treating yourself to a spa day. Your next love interest will make you happier. Whoever you are, I don't know who you are. But yeah, somebody never stopped loving you. But you're tossing something into a burning bowl. And you're not looking back. Your head don't even turn around. You're not an owl, right? So your head don't turn around, child. You are not an owl. So yeah, love up on yourselves more. Pour into yourself. Somebody X wants to return. I don't even know whose X that is. But your ancestors have a message. Get ready to be booked and busy, not burdened and bitter. So you have a whole new attitude. See, that's what I'm saying. This is when people don't get to take the time to know your heart, Aquarius. Somebody has a you have a when this card came up here with this person drinking right here. Somebody don't even know your heart towards, like your everybody is inspired by something. Like if you ask, why an attorney became an attorney, or why a doctor became a doctor, or why you started reading cards, or why you started volunteering or serving in some capacity. Somebody didn't even stop to even ask you why did you go into a particular, they didn't even stop to ask. You know why? Because all they care about was money. That's all they were talking about was money, the material world. So they don't need to be interested in you. That's their love language. You speak heart language. You genuinely love people. Humans. Not the ones with screws in their knees. And their head is made of metal. Not robots. You actually love human beings. So, yeah, so that's what I'm saying for you all. Hopefully this is helpful. Yeah, so let's see what else we got. Yeah, freedom. So yeah, I no longer want this fiery ring of resentment to block the good. Release me from his bond. Y'all don't need to be mad. Mad at what? Child, Source just took a whole bunch of stuff off of your plate. Y'all better close out this cycle. Start praying for people. Stop praying for people. Release that. Stop trying to be people's gods. Why would you even want to be somebody's god? That's just too much work. You're trying to focus on your own life. You're trying to get yourself together. Why would you even want to be somebody else's god? That's just too much work. You only got 24 hours in a day if you're measuring time. You know how much work that is? I mean, for real, that's just too much. That's too much responsibility. There's too many people on the planet. Yeah, answers. Well, you got the answers within you. You are a full-time job all unto yourself. Focus on you. Pour into you. I think that's it.